Welcome to Board Shop. Today we're talking about mid-lengths. What more is there to be said about mid-lengths, you might wonder? Well, watch and find out. There are so many good mid-lengths around. We've picked out our 5 current favourites, honourable mentions to others that aren't in this video because there are lots of other good ones. But we're going to start with the daddy of them all. The Mark Phipps One Bad Egg. So this is where it all began really for us with mid-lengths. Phippsy tried to get us to sell the board. We weren't keen on selling mini mals really. We were all obsessed with high volume shortboards, and eventually he sent us a One Bad Egg, and it was a true eureka moment. It was a board that paddled incredibly well, got you into anything, had a huge wave range, and was really great fun to surf. The straight rail line gave you instant drive and instant speed when you're up and riding, and it got you into the waves so early, it was incredible. In crowded lineups and with an admission that middle age was encroaching, it was a moment that basically we've never looked back from. And now pretty much everyone here and most of our customers own at least mid-length, and many are on their 3rd or 4th iteration. So the One Bad Egg, like I said, the start of it all for us. Immense paddle power, gets you in so early, gives you more time for your pop-up, but most importantly, increase the fun factor, because fundamentally the more waves you get, given that you're probably not going to be world champion anytime soon, is what it's all about. More waves, longer rides, with some performance thrown in. The board still turns, albeit a little bit more widely than a shorter board, but it's just brilliant fun to surf. And the One Bad Egg, although it's been copied by various other brands, is still the original and still pretty much the best for doing what it does. A slightly newer board into our range is the Morris Cole Red Dingo, the RV Red Dingo to be precise. So this board kind of looks a bit minimalish. It looks a bit dull. It looks like it won't do a great deal other than cruise. But actually with Morris's crazy design innovations, the hard edge, the hard rail which runs for the length of the board, and the reverse V in the board which generates instant lift and so speed, means that you get a board that ticks all the mid-length boxes of lots of waves and stuff, but it actually turns and performs much better than you would imagine it would ever be able to do. Morris is a bit of a crazy cat. He's got loads of mad design ideas, but the Red Dingo kind of combines the usability with the performance that you don't get in many other mids. It's great, and it's great fun, and it's super popular. Then we come on to a slightly more performance orientated board. The Channel Islands M23. We've all seen the mid. It would appear that most of you out there have owned a mid at one point or another. And the mid's great, it's pretty flat, catches lots of waves, does all those good things. But then the M23 gives a performance level which, in combination with wave catching ability and early wave entry, we haven't really seen much before in a PU board especially. Softer outline, more rocker, nose and tail. And if you've seen Devon Howard surfing it, you'll see how it can be surfed. Now, sadly, we don't surf like Devon Howard really. We don't have waves like he surfs in all the time. But what the M23 gives you is another load of performance, which makes it brilliant for the middling to better days. And as a one-board travel quiver, it's pretty much unrivaled. Again, easily duck diveable, high wave count, but with that tighter turn, sit in the pocket style of surfing, which is really suited to shortboarders coming up to a longer board. Now, for the performance mid-length, there is another standout board. Sorry for looking at my back. The Harley Ingleby mid-6 in the Thunderbolt technology has been incredible. It's light, it's tough, it's loaded with design features that make it surf really responsively. The channel's here. This is our demo board that we surf. The 5-fin setup, you're going to surf it as a quad mainly, but this board is so responsive and so lively, it's crazy. Like the M23, it's got an added dose of rocker, so it's not a groveler, it's not like a really small wave cruising type board. But again, like the M23, it's a great travel option. It can handle real size and real power. And again, with that pulled in tail and the extra rocker, you can stay much closer to the pocket and the power zone of the wave than you can do with something that's a lot flatter. The Thunderbolt technology is awesome. It stores up energy, it's responsive, it gives you loads and loads of speed coming out of your turns. And again, for middling to better days, it's a really, really good fun option. Especially if it's crowded and it's shortboarders and kids and groms and what have you all over the place. This board gives you a real chance to keep your wave count high and enjoy some performance surfing. And then the last one of this selection that we've picked out is the Lovelace Love Machine FM. It's a bit crazy, to be honest with you. Bonds are set up, deep channels. The channels you'll notice on the 6.9 are curved, not straight, like this one, which is a 7.2. Elliptical rails, which lock you into the wave as soon as you take off and give instant speed, but also help the board roll from rail to rail really, really easily. So, although it's a bit crazy and you might spend quite a lot of time thinking, what does this do, what does that do? What this board does is make mid-length surfing more responsive, a little bit more crazy, but great, great fun. I've got a 6.9 and I have to say, having owned lots and lots of mid-lengths, it's the most fun, most responsive mid-length I've had to date, and it's really good fun to surf. When the surf is small and weak, it cruises and glides, but as the waves improve, it turns really responsively, very precisely and very sweetly, and like I said, it releases into turns and goes rail to rail really easily. So there's 5 of our current favourite mid-lengths. They've all got their own specific skill set. Not all mid-lengths are the same, but what you do realise with mid-lengths is that, as I said, we're not going to be world champs anytime soon. They maximise your fun. They get you more waves, and depending on whether you're coming from a longboard or shortboard, what mid-length you choose, they're just great. They're all online right now at Board Shop. You can buy on 0% finance, trade in old boards, and with the exception of the mid-6, you can order custom versions as well. And turnaround times on most of these boards is like a month to 5 weeks, so it's not even that long to wait. There it is. We've written a blog as well with a bit more detail, which fins to use and all that kind of thing. So have a read of that on the website. In the meantime, thanks for watching.